Welcome back, our Darius here, and we started with Baldur's Gate. Yeah, there's a big streamer playing Shadow Gambit. Probably not gonna stream it today. Not that I'm like very upset about it. So Baldur's Gate, we done with killing Gortash, and now we're like trying to find the dragon underneath. Underneath the Worm's Hold. Also, remember yesterday we visited House of Grief, and that drow priestess asked us to bring Shadowheart to her, which is like I say, yeah, let's do it. The thing is, we can't bring her because she left the party. We did establish that, and there's no way to find her. And I was checking out on the internet if there's actually a way to find her. People say no, and people saying a bunch of people have the same problem as I did, but we are kind of in minority, and this is what's unexpected. People are saying even if you kill the priestess, the drow priestess, everyone gonna be hailing the Shadowheart as a new priestess, even if she's like not there. And the person who wrote about this, about the whole topic, he also like mentioned that the Jahera died in Act 2 for him as well. So he's like very similar to my playthrough in terms of like decisions. All right. And he said that you will have that problem with Jahera as well in Act 3, because people will treat her still being alive. Well, I guess it's something we're gonna find out when we go to the sewers, potentially. But yeah, here you go. That's how like how it is. Anyway, let's. There was some bug fixing, a small patch yesterday. I didn't download it, and today I woke up, launched the PC, launched the Steam, and the patch wasn't already there for some reason. No, they like if they recall it, because it's produced some bugs or something, but it wasn't there for me. Anyway, so like the worms. Saying somewhere here. You're saying this wall is the dragon hand torch, okay. Let's try to touch it. That didn't done anything. But those are dragons, are they not? Oh, they say light the fire, right? They say light the fire, so maybe we just need to light all the torches. Let's see. Imperium impress the murdered tribunal. Go to the Candle Hollow's tombstones to find the. Okay, I don't care about this. So for the artist, the under Duke. Find Dribbles, the clown. Still looking for a clown, Jesus Christ. Investigate House of Grief. Yeah, find Mr. Carrion. Return a gold. Where is that the dragon quest? Gather your allies. Or instance the sun control and the brain for all for help was. Okay, that's one. Found a trail of muddy footprints in the vault. That's under Duke. I find dribbles. Where the fuck the quest about like getting a dragon's help? I think there was something. Well, we at least have a mark, right? We at least have a mark on the map here. Let me check it. The Blade of Frontiers. Find the entrance to... Oh, okay. So it's a companion quest. It's a real quest. We discovered that the Great Worm answer resides in a secret layer called the Worm Way. The entrance apparently located somewhere within Worm's Rock prison, and the northern side is seen that opening the way involves lightning sparks and torches. Do we light every torch here? Like every single torch? Maybe there's some more dragon torch like around the prison as its whole. Let's look around. Any dragon torch? There's a normal torch. Or should I light them with a spark or whatever the spell calls? Light.
No time to rest.
I think there is a cantrip called in spark.
How much further can I go?
Equipment chest? Nothing there. Evidence chest? Nothing there. Let's light the torches here. Per skeleton. The True Life of Lord Gortash. The True Life of Lord Gortash, a biography in manuscripts by Vance Failern, outline countless outline of content. Final pass. Ivan Anverfirim, an orphan among urchins, struggle for survival on the streets. Juvenile felonies. The flame ramp sheet. Okay, we don't really care about Gortash, we already killed it. That's evidence, so I'll take it. He did issue like quite a lot, right? Been an urchin and seen. So who are you?
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Oh, for Baldur's sake, leave an old man in.
He doesn't really care about me freeing him. What a fool. Any more torches?
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
No torches here. Yeah, like I feel like we need to use the spark spell from well, spell cantrip. Sunflower seed bomb. Oh, definitely don't need that one. Going around lighting every torch here in a fort, that's not gonna work for sure. There's something up there. Haven't been to this area. Haven't lighted all the torches here, maybe. There you are, Mr. Torch. I mean, this is the corridor with the torches, right? Like straight ahead. So maybe I need to light every single torch in this corridor. Or just light those dragon torches with a spark or something. There's a torch over here. There's a torch over here. Any more torches? That should be like all of them. So I didn't miss anything. The thing is, there is no. That's the correct. Okay, this is our infiltration point. This is our infiltration point. The first time we enter in the hold, the Worm hold was from there. Unless there's some torch hiding behind those crates somewhere. Torch and braziers. There is no torches on this side. Yeah, I was expecting some maybe dragon torches here. Apparently there is none. Well, damn it. This quest is too hard for me. Maybe we need the wheel, you know. As a warlock. Over here. It's burning.
Ready and willing.
You don't have any spark spells, do you? How about fireballing? Don't have any more things over here, do we?
To new horizons.
But everything is aligned. Let's see. That is just not good. Do we have like any item that can use spark spell? I don't want to use a wheel, honestly. Like, I know that's a quest about him. Sup nerds, welcome, Master Halls, greetings. We have some hard quests already here. That require some thinking to do. Damn it. Nobody told me that will be a thing. Okay, we want to check equipment. Equipment. Necklace, anything that have a spark quest. Like yesterday shenanigans? Even worse, even worse. They're asking me to light the goddamn torches with some spark spell, which I don't have. Now, so I realize I can replace a necklace for him, because it's not doing that much, unless like we combine it with stealth attack from Astarion, maybe. Okay, the dancing light. Okay, hold it. That's the one. Eliminate and reduce. It's a concentration spell, however. It's a concentration spell. Let's check it out. 9. That's saying good. At least we keep in concentration if like if it's change the medallion as well, which is kind of strange. Okay, what kind of equipment do we have here on Suresa? Family crest. Ray of Fear. Wounding Ray. That's not gonna work. The Tentacle Sing. Ice Knife. Voice of the Circle. What the Voice of the Circle is actually doing? Maybe it's class action. Grants an ally +2 bonus to persuasion checks for 10 turns. Okay, it's not maybe that's great. Protection from evil and good. Speakers are dead. Guidance. Okay, he doesn't have anything. Anything worth mentioning? Absolutist Talisman. Telekinesis. Good, but not good. Doesn't have much of a talisman herself. Grant resistance to slashing damage, grant vulnerability to bludgeoning damage. I still like keep thinking about this. We're gonna use it at some situation, but we're not using it at all. And what about you, Astarion, here? Anything worse? Charm the person. Fog cloud. Self-immolation. Okay, I feel like we need to go and bring the wheel here. I didn't want to do it,
Shouldn't have wished
but I
to
feel
live
like
in more
this is the
interesting
quest when
times.
we need to actually change the
Here goes
companions.
What path lies before me?
The problem is, like, I can't bring him right now because we are in a red area, so I can't go to my camp. And we need to get, like, somewhere from where I can travel to the camp. Okay. Can travel from this because we clear it. Yeah, this will be interesting because I never, like, level up the wheel. I never level up that guy. So now the question, he's level 1. So we need to go through a process of leveling up here. So now the question, who we like replacing here with? Gale. Gale have the bloody magic missile, which is pretty powerful. But really so like a warlock, the spellcaster. Okay.
Tyranny offers only two fates for the tyrant: infamy or ignominy. I'm glad we were able to offer Gortash the latter.
Yeah, good talk.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I need you to remain in the camp for a while.
I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here in the meantime.
Yeah. Okay, chat. Finally we take the wheel.
There is no hell hot enough for a man like Gord. He may be dead, but his tyranny still suffocates Balduran's grand city.
Yeah, I'd like to join me.
That's the spirit.
Stan Hells. Let's
Defender
see
of the
about
people.
this guy. What kind of spells we have? Eldritch Blast, Arms of Hadar, Arm of Agasius, Blade Ward. Okay. Does he not have a Spark spell? Last feature, gain 2 passive Eldritch Invocations, gain a spell, replace spell. Okay, let's see. What kind of thing we gonna got? Burning Hands, Charm Person, Command, Retreat, Hellish Rebuke, Hex. Hex is kinda good. Make attack deal additional necrotic damage to attack it and give disadvantage on ability of your choosing. Okay. There's a command too. So it's pretty good, I would say so, if you can use it. Eldritch Invocation. We don't really care about those, do we? Beast Speech. Influence you, invoke your patron's Bewitching Charm. You gain proficiency in Deception, Persuasion, Devil Sight. You see normal in darkness, both magical and non-magical, to a distance of 24. Fiendish Vigor. You can cast Life, False Life on yourself. Mask of Many Faces, one with the shadows. Repellent Blast. Whenever you hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, you can push the creature from you. Sieves of Fates. One prolonged rest, you can cast Bane using a Warlock spell slot. Bane targets 3 creatures, they receive penalty to attack rolls and saving throws. When you cast Eldritch Blast and you add your Charisma modifier to it and damage it deals. Unless it's negative. Okay, okay. Charisma modifier. Armor of Shadows. You can cast Mage Armor on yourself at will without expending a spell slot. Mage Armor increase your armor class when you aren't wearing armor. Beast Speech. Devil's Sight maybe, or let's get this. Let's get this Devil's Sight. You can see normal in darkness. Yeah, sure, sure. Replace spell, change chain. What do we have here? So we can replace Zeus with Zeus, which I don't really care. Okay, level 3 more hit points, gain passive packed boon. So spells. I don't see like anything like I actually want. The Scorching Ray could be good, I would say so. And Thrall. Mirror Image good for like, you know, forecasting, but I'll take the Misty Steps actually. Pact Boon, Pact of Chain, gain a series of familiar face spirit that takes the form of your choosing. This can be animal, imp, or quasi. Pact of the Blade. You can summon a pact weapon or bind the one you are wielding and make it magical. Pact weapon uses the wielder spellcasting ability modifier instead of like strength or dexterity, which is kind of good. Pact of Tome. Your patron grants you Grimoire called the Book of Shadows, which allow you to cast Guidance, Vicious Mockery, and Swordwimp. Pact of Blade. Let's do the Pact of Blade. Again, it cantrips. True Strike. Poison Mist, Mage Hand, Friends, probably Bone Chill. Spells, probably Mirror Image. Unless you can do something with Scorching Ray for range damage. I don't really care about this. And Feat, ability improvement. So we get in the charisma and we get in the dexterity up. Last feature, Eldritch Invocation. So there's remove curse. Fireball looking good. Let's get to that remove curse, which is decent. Eldritch Invocation, Mire of Mind. You can slow with a Warlock spell slot. Sign of Ill Omen. You can cast Bestow Curse on a Warlock spell. Okay, Armor, Beast Speech, Vigor, Mask of Many Faces. That's basically the same as we had before. Repellent Blast, let's do it. Seven of 5 Fates. Okay. Level 6. Subclass feature. Call on your patron to change your fate and add 1d10 to an ability check. Gain spell, replace spell. Okay. So it's Fireball for sure. Eldritch Invocation, again spell, replace spell. Oh dude, like... So Grand Fly, Firewall, Fire Shield, a Dimensional Door, Blight. So we're just going to something and dealing some damage, which is a Blight here. Right. Blood of Ancient Secrets, again a Ray of Sickness, Chrome Orb, and Silence spells. You can cast these spells once per long rest. Here you can cast Confusion, Scalper of Flash. You can cast Polymorph. Let's go Polymorph. spells. What good those spells are. Fire Shield. Dimension Door, Banishment. It's a concentration, there's a Firewall. I'll take a Firewall here. Feat ability improvement for Charisma. 20 Charisma. This is so plain. A spell, we have Hold Monster, Cone of Cold, Flame Strike, it's a concentration. It's a radiant damage. Let's get a Flame Strike. Minions of Chaos, you can cast Conjure Elemental with a... Okay. I think that's good. Whisper of the Grave, Book of Ancient Secrets. Again, Ray of 6. Okay, yeah, let's go minions. Level 5 elemental. Sure. Actions. Choose a damage type and bestow resistance to it. You can pick up a new damage type. It's short rest. You don't really care. Cantrips. True Strike. Let's do a Mirror Illusion. Okay, let's go True Strike. Spells. Let's get that Cone of Cold. I thought I could like make him duelist or something, you know, with the rapier, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. You gain a Warlock spell slot, gain a spell. Replace a spell. Okay, create a Great Undead, Flash to Stone, Eye Bite, Arcane Gate, Circle of Death. No? Let's go on that. Hold Monster. That's only tier 5 spell? Such a bullshit. And last level, new feat, Eldritch Invocations, new spells, which is like quite a limited space. Let's get a Dimensional Door. Life Drinker, you melee attacks deal additional and necrotic damage equal to your Charisma modifier. Okay, that's cool, right? That's cool. And in that case, we get like Duelist, defensive duelist. When you attack while wielding finished weapon you're proficient with, you can use a reaction to add your proficiency bonus as your armor class, possibly because an attack to miss. That's not it. That's not it. Am I even proficient? Am I even proficient with this thing? Elemental Adept. You spell ignore resistance to a damage type if you choose. When you cast a spell of that type, you cannot roll one. I could maybe can take it for fire damage. Mobile. Armor proficiency with medium armor. Perform Pelem armor resistance ritual caster. You learn 2 ritual spells of your choice. Sentinel. Shield Master skilled. Spell Sniper. Honestly, I don't know. I can get my dexterity to 16 here. Can get dexterity to 16, or I can make it elemental adept, resistance to the fire damage, removing. Let's see how that's gonna work.
The pride of the gate.
Let's see how this is gonna work. Can get a little bit higher. It's except like only fire damage he has is fireballs here, right? There, okay, there's Scorching Light Rays as well, 1272. So there's no cantrip. Let's do this thing. There's a rapier, he has some light armor. So let's get him geared up a little bit. I have a bunch of stuff. I have about grants resistance to cold damage, some robe. Or do we have a good like light armor here and somewhere? It's a medium armor. It's kind of a little bit hard to sort it. Okay, there's a medium armor, never mind. Light armor, getting bonus to stealth checks. Medium armor. Too bad we can like sort out the chest here. That will be great. The Weary deals additional damage equal to the wisdom modifier with an unarmed strike. Make him unarmed? Shrouded in shadows. This okay, like we can give him here. Yeah, we can give him here. For example. What is this? Arcane synergy for 2 rounds when inflicted condition. Don't really care. Very rare heavy armor. A bunch of heavy armors here. Stealth +1 on this. Armor class 12. Armor of Agathus. Athletics, no proficient with this. No proficient with this. No proficiency with this either. But do we have like fancy rapier and stuff? Okay, there's not actually a rapier, but scimitar, but we're not proficient. A very rare light armor, armor class 14. Gain initiative rolls, right? Stealth check. Okay, I'll take this one. I'll take this one. For now. What is this? Hell, that's... will give me like ability to teleport, okay. And do fire damage, which we not have resistance to.
All's well that ends.
Let's
Well,
see.
Not as bad as it could have.
Let's see, do we have like any fancy rapiers on those guys? She has duelist prerogate, right? Weapon enchantment +3. Okay, this can go to wheel, alright.
Blade at the ready.
So let's see, it's rapier. We are proficient with. Okay. It's finesse like with dexterity on the 14, but we have like that weapon, magic weapon enchantment, bind punk weapon. By the main hand weapon, its damage became magical and can drop its. Okay, yeah, bind it. So it's fucked weapon now, and 1020, and attack rolls is 12. Sure. 16 AC. Get the gloves. I don't have helmets and cloaks here for him. But that's fine. We just spent. Did we really spend like half an hour here just gear this this guy? I can't believe it. Let's him like. I'll be like very bad if we will not be able to open this Wyrm's gates, and we actually need to do something totally different in order to like open the gates. Oh, like, that would be so bad.
Best foot forward.
Well, but we brought him here to this dragon torches. Come on, you fools, run faster. So can you do it? I didn't done a shit like doing the torches with him, and he doesn't have like that invocation, you know, like the cantrip with Jesus Christ. After the entrance apparently located somewhere within the rocks, and the northern side into the open way involves lightning sparks and torches. What kind of sparks like we're missing? It's a dragon head torch and they burn in. Unless there's like another dragon head torch we're not aware of. Because like I went and light all stupid torches in this fortress all together. Huh? Do you think the quest could be bugged? We're missing maybe like some torch here. Some braziers.
See.
And we're not missing anything there. Maybe some brazier. Okay, there's a brazier over here, not lighted up. Oh no, it's lighted up. Never mind. The torches here lighted up, everything lighted up. Jesus Christ. What we missing in that case? We spent half an hour gearing up a wheel. At least we saw how the warlock leveling up, and I'm not very impressed about it. Maybe it's even worse than a rock class. Yeah, so far like a Gyanki warrior is the best class we experienced it for. Yeah, so answer layer. That's like what's called. How to get in? To find the entrance sensor layer, go to room crossing to the rift, the wall coordinates. There you will need to break through the wall and go straight down the corridor. Dragon torches at coordinates. Okay, breaks through the wall. All you need to do is open, use any lightning spell. On this will turn the flames from orange to blue, and once they are both lit, will reveal stickers. Oh fuck, lightning spell. So we don't really need the bloody wheel. We just need some bloody lightning spell. Really, really, chat. Really, you fired. Jesus Christ, what a waste of time. I mean, we have some lightning spell on a Gale. I mean, we did level up Will, but because maybe we're gonna need him like in the end of the, you know.
Never a dull moment. Light.
In the end fight when we lose some companions probably.
Let's talk.
Yeah, let's talk after you fired.
Are you sure? The
Yeah,
blade stands at the and just
you fired, you fool. Gale, save me. Save me from working with
Go ahead.
Zolfus.
I'm listening. With
Yeah. Clown Fiesta, 40 minutes. Walking on the same, like, spot. Jesus Christ. Well, okay, yeah, we saw like some, like I say, real progress. Honestly, I saw it like should I use it? Yeah, never mind. So we don't. We have like lightning spell here that's chain lightning only. That's a thing. But we do have some lightning arrows on him. Some left. Arrows of darkness, arrows of thunder. Cold damage, okay, it's lightning damage. Let's see. Yeah, which where you shooting and who you shooting, you fool. Easy, no challenge shot.
Back home will ever believe
Lightning spell, right.
One day I'll catch a break.
Nobody home gonna believe me.
That might be
Perception. Mouse hole from a Wyrm rock cells.
I'm way too big.
Yeah, we definitely don't need to use that. A little bit of gold. You know what? We need to save here. That's like a great achievement. Also, do you think that there was a way to just to break this wall? There's no way, is it? Let's just shake this stupid wall. No, can be attacked. Can be break. It's too strong for a wall. So there's something over there, is it? Not really. There was something like some kind of crystal behind. Oh, okay.
Bet that will fit in
That's the ingredient. Never mind. Journal of the past. That's how to save. Past adventure number 1. The Wyrm Slayer, incredible. The legends were true, and we marked our place among them. We prove our wars with unrusted swords and meet the dragon, the good dragon, or so we pray. Gods bless our endeavors. Mural.
Baldur and his winged ally admiring the fruits of their labor. The city itself. Is that Baldurin with a bronze dragon? Must have been quite an adventure.
A bronze dragon.
Baldurin sails away and leaves the dragon to watch over his city. Do the histories make mention of this?
The statue before you bears a familiar likeness. It is Balduran, the celebrated adventurer who founded the city of Baldur's Gate.
Peril floods my province. The palisades fall, the earth does tremble. The servants of shadow and blood assemble. Beyond lies the grand worm, deep in slumber, awaiting a true hero's advent, should my domain drown in torment. Be you the deluge, turn away. Be you the hero, answer true. Are you worthy?
You're not worthy.
Poetic nonsense. There is no one and no savior.
That's what Arats told us way back. You're not worthy. Arcane, examine the statue. What magic might be at work here? Why are the Emperor so against it? 18, no problem.
You sense neither life nor spirit within the statue. A powerful variant of magic mouth has been cast on it, allowing it to speak only recorded messages.
Alright, so I'm worthy, open the way.
Ancient Ansur, hear me. A champion is proclaimed. The test begins. Let your judgment follow.
A test. Do we fight him? Well,
Centuries walking the streets, and I never knew this was under them. What other wonders have I missed?
well, a lot, probably. I wonder how big this area is. It's a statue. Can we talk? Courage, insight, strategy, justice. Face my test, prove your worth. It's all about me, eh?
Paintings almost like an art gallery.
Yeah, the judge? The hell is this? Journal of the Past Adventures, number 2. I hadn't expect puzzles. Is the Great Worm really hidden behind the tests of this kind? I expect feats of strength, yes, but nothing like this. Like it was designed for sport. The Judgment. The Chase. The Theft. Induction. And the Child. Shrouded painting, shrouded painting. The Judge. Okay, let's try to interact with him. Chamber of the Justice. We know there's no such thing as justice in this world, but let's see.
What's up for discussion?
Away! Behold, the paintings tell the tale. My judgment is rendered. The thief earns his due.
What is this?
The shadows are blocking me. I need to get rid of them. Somehow.
Get rid of the shadows. Empty niche. So we need to put like some something over here. Let's see the apple.
The apple. The painting depicts a red-haired man stealing a shiny apple from a cart in an open-air market. You know this market, the Wide, where Baldur's Gate citizens and visitors gather to conduct trade and wax political.
Okay. The child.
The child. A red-haired man is portrayed with his cloak's hood lowered, giving an apple to a smiling urchin. Several other children are huddled behind the one receiving the apple, hands outstretched. The induction. A red-haired man is depicted in hushed conversation with a dark-haired woman. She wears a cloak with an unusual symbol on it. Tally marks totaling the number 9.
Okay, interesting. There's some kind of runes.
The theft. A red-haired man is depicted in the Hall of Wonders, thieving what looks to be a priceless artifact. It's an astrolabe of entrapment. It could hold a dozen djinn within it, perhaps even more.
Interesting. Chase.
The chase. A red-haired man is depicted running through the city streets, a flaming fist officer chasing just behind. A cloaked woman, hair dark as a raven, looks on from a safe distance.
That's this one.
The judgment. A stern judge, his pockets full of coin, orders a red-haired man to the gallows. A shiny apple rests on the ground nearby.
They have something to do with says apple, so can I take it?
The shadows are blocking me. I need to get rid of them. Somehow.
Insert the painting. If I can we get any of those paintings? So we can like really interact with them, can we?
No! The judge has spoken. The crime must be punished.
So we probably need to find some painting here from somewhere and bring him to the judgment hall. Can we open those doors? We sure can. Cemetery blue torch.
A champion burns bright, even when rushing waters and moaning winds threaten to extinguish the flames. Take the torch, withstand the elements, prove your courage.
Take the torch. That's like a real elements, by the way. Sacred Flame. The affix entity shed light in medium radius. It can become invisible elements. Enemies are more likely to target this character during their trial. Sharpshooter, shooter all in. But can we like kill some elements before they do some harm to me? They can I? So it should probably target the elemental. This one, where he is. Are you the guy? This one, let's do it. 41 damage. Not bad. Have a guiding bolt. Sure. I can even like jump and use my normal attack on it. Perfume is a dagger. 9 damage. Very good. Critical miss. Charm. Saved. Did one element just miss his turn? Okay, let's see.
Victory awaits.
I want to finish this guy, 89 health, before he can do anything, any harm to me. health. So this guy has resistance to acid and a bunch of okay. I technically can kill him with the Raid of Frost when the high roll here, so The missiles, tier 2 missiles have guaranteed heal. Okay, okay.
I am fury. I am death.
One elemental down. Miss. A little bit of damage. Blade ward and a little bit of healing. Sure. Oh, I don't have a weapon to because it's keeping a stupid torch. I can use my range attacks. Okay, I mean I can use the crossbow, but it's like not really the thing, is it? Okay, there's a scorching ray. Can try to utilize here some critical heals. Let's get close. Secure myself. Not a problem. Miss. Probably can charm him. Okay, never mind, we charm it, but this doesn't really matter. So let's try to get some advantage against this guy. 65. So I can technically miss. Ah, I just crit him. No problem. Crit him, but that's not gonna get me able to kill him. 8 health. Miss. Do not react. He's running away, the covert. Wait, they brought more elementals here. No, 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 no. They actually brought more elementals, and those guys are a real deal. Those guys are a real deal. $48, 54, 66. Let's try to just firebolt it. So this is attuned crystals are. Are they the one who's summoning the elementals? Is that the problem is?
Where do I go from here?
Maybe. There's the water, so we don't want to like jump into the water, do we? Oh, so where's that guy with almost no health? Not here. Let's do it. Should I just like mirror images myself? You know what? Yeah, mirror images myself. That's a way better idea.
Victory awaits.
Oh, here is the guy. You're the guy. So you die. Mace. Deal a little bit of damage.
I don't fancy their chances.
5 damage to your face, you fool. Okay, that's quite a bit. Critical miss, save ice, charm it. Are those guys not attacking me? Silence and aura. Just don't really like. Can we do something with this water elemental? Is it me or there's more elementals here? Is it me, chat, or there's more enemies? All of a sudden. Yeah, they came in from here. There's two of them. I think maybe it's something to do with this attuned crystal. Study. This material arouses strong. Only hit. It does at least 10 damage. Can pass through it, and it does have like bludgeoning resistance. Weak. Piercing resistance. Oh, slashing. Okay, it doesn't have a slashing resistance, right? So it's one thing. There's one thing we can do it. Keep slamming the criticals on these bastards. I got two of my things. I'm kind of a little bit silenced here. That's fine. Why is it fine? They're not concentrated in one single point for me to use to justify the use of fireball here. This guy is kind of bad, so that's gonna deal more damage as frost here.
Never a dull moment.
Let's see, we silence it with Cereza. So what happens if this will be destroyed? Tournament crystal. Nothing really happened, is it? Nothing really happened, we just destroyed the crystal, but...
Dice roll in my favor.
Can't even catch my breath. Swift as my feet can carry me.
See from the eyes, that was dangerous. The Cure the Gale. Radio Frost, but we have stupid torch here. This is not gonna work. Can get a little bit closer. Do we just put that guy out of his misery, hopefully? Dude, like 4 health, really? That's a lot of damage. More bloody silence. Repose him. 1d4. Let's see about this reposing. It's a miss. Yeah, it's just like. Can we see the roll for that repose? Okay, repose or Mimidon. Sure, it's missed. But can we see bloody rolls here? That's a problem. So we can't. 40, he has stand health here. He's died. Miss. Almost no health on Gale. Oh my god, I just went and stayed on that ice, did I not? So this guy charmed. There's just water elemental. This guy a little bit wet, so can deal additional damage to him. Unless you critically miss like this.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Alright. Let's tier 4 heal on him.
I cannot die.
Certain
Please
health.
help me.
Not really great. Okay, okay. Let's get out of the picture.
The last board is set.
Let's try to heal a little bit.
Time to strike.
Try to kill this guy. Probably go all out. Fuck. Stuff is just missing, you fool. Oh my god, the bloody miss after miss. Okay, he's dead. Can't do anything without with that guy. Okay, he charmed. The courage is begun to make an mighty alike. May you may you ever withstand the raging elements. Proceed. So we did it. Okay, sure. I'll do that. The rest in here.
I have a lot on my mind.
We spent a couple of spell slots with Retsa. All tier 1 spells. And 1 tier 2. Let's see, tier 2. Gale Tekira.
Yes?
Gale do have that Seluna necklace somewhere, I remember. So he actually can heal himself a little bit. Where it is, where it is, where it is. That's you. Where it is, Seluna Dream. So hold for 4 health. Not really that big of a deal, is it?
No one stopped me yet.
Okay, let's get all these tier 1 spell backs. Kinda buzzer some, but well, maybe I'll get the tier 2 spell too. And get the tier 1. Tier 1 spell is a little bit of heal and blade barrier, more importantly. Alright. So we got this. Gale
Lost in thought.
can get tier 3 spell back. It's probably fine.
Let's move.
Look, where is the stupid torch here? There is no torch. So give me my weapon back.
at the ready.
I have no idea about this conduits. There's a adventure journal. I'll took it. A lens board trial, a bloody lens board trial, and the ground shakes, crystal falls, and I can hear the rustling of metal against rust. If this is the end, let's be this my record, then we must run. Forwards. Can't interact with the statue, can I?
What's in here?
Yeah, it's a chamber of courage, and they failed the courage test. We'll get out of here. What else we had? We have this. Oh, so we need to alight all the statues, is it? This look like the next chamber.
Seems simple enough.
Oh, the chessboard. That's a game over, is it? That's a game over.
Ah, lance board. Why, this might just be the highlight of Army's adventures.
He has the first resistance. So it is something that like require bludgeoning damage
Breeds madness.
to shatter them. Or we just can use my crystal skin. Affected entity has resistance to all elemental damage. Oh, that's how it works. Interesting. So that was the one reason to destroy these crystals in the previous area.
What now?
Okay, Journals 3. Weather and Umbril are gone. Our hubris is evident. Elementals took us by surprise. There are still 3 of us for now. Save.
Prove your strategic wits.
Strategic
There is
business
but one
side.
rule. The Dark King must fall in 2 moves. Are you a commander of armies? Or a shivering pawn? Fodder for cleverer minds.
Dark King should
Lance board happens to be a game with which I have more than a passing familiarity. Might I offer a suggestion?
Okay, I have a suggestion, sure. Welcome, Timori. Still not finished. Grim Dawn is waiting. Grim Dawn is waiting for a patch, mate, right? I mean, there's still like something that not working with the current beta patch. So it's waiting for like official release. I think that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, there's so much more content here. I thought we may be gonna getting closer to finishing this month, this week. But it's probably next week still be full of Baldur's Gate. The game is huge. The game is huge. Sure. Go ahead, Gale. I'm listening to your advice.
First, move your white queen to the upper right corner.
Upper right.
Then, move her 4 squares to the left.
And 4 squares
King
to the
can
left.
only withdraw to 1 square after the first move, and after the second, has nowhere to retreat.
So queen to our upper left. Wild queen and 4 square to the left. 1, 2, 4. Okay.
I'll give it a shot.
That's like what he's suggesting. Is it? That's what he was saying? Okay, give it a shot. And we're moving forward over here.
The Black King has fallen. May you
Easy,
always
no challenge shot.
crush the wicked, be they pawn, knight, or monarch.
Strategic genius. Strategic genius. Game of chess. Never won against like easy's chess AI in Windows. But here we are. No challenge at all. I love a 500 chess. Well, you just need to have someone smarter than you a little bit, in some like Gale, in some who can give you advice. So there's one here. Let's see. See some enemies. Compass. Do we need to sneak past this?
My hand slipped.
Said the virtues. Okay.
Wonder if the gods are
This
watching me.
not the bad guy. The problem is like
Still will
to
you?
to initiate a dialogue with him. Dude, like stop it. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Hold still, will you?
The Gothic folks shouldn't really care. The Archduke leadership, public works. Wait, like, why is this book even here? This is the Archduke Public Works, a pamphlet by the Gortash of Archduke Voluntary Campaign. This is ancient town. Like nobody like were accessing this like for a while, and they on the bookshelf they have the pamphlet with the recent like propaganda campaign from the Gortash. How does this make sense? 5 years of war, diplomats' war records. The war was in truth nothing short of a tragedy. It began as a mild altercation between the sanguine sons of the Aelio and Ouida families regarding, if you can believe it, the proper ownership of a sheep farm. Over the course of 3 seasons, full-blown conflict had erupted between Baldur's Gate and Wigton. A pointless war, leaving both cities with nothing but 1,000 useful corpses to show for it.
Hold still, will
Hold
you?
still. Can I hold him like this hold person, say? Dude, like stupid books, like I want to read you.
Hold still, will you?
So what's up with those guys? Amps, Stead, and Suleta. Also, like, are they gonna ask us question and we need to read those? Yeah, that's so. Is this what's happening? Set virtues of union. So like, okay, alright. I think I read those books like elsewhere, I believe. I just read them elsewhere. 'Cause they all look the same, right?
What's inside?
I mean, they look at the titles I already read. So let's just proceed here. I'm gonna save and let's see if we actually need to catch the books.
I I should speak up.
One eye. Baldurans found the city. This text roots its subject on the Balduran, a sailor of exquisite renown who found the city of Baldur's Gate many years ago. The process colorful but a little too self-satisfied around the ages. And the novel would be unremarkable but for one small entry about halfway through. Balduran claimed a guardian and a friend answer. Bright were the answer scales and bright is still his breaths. Yet, after the betrayal too piercing to recount here in worse details, Ansur fled beneath the stone, thereby changing the name of the region. He now slumber under the to match his draconic lineage. What kind of betrayal happened? Okay, okay. Well, I can interact with those guys. Memoirs. Ethic of Wars. Damn it. Do I just like smack it with? Do I try to read it like in, you know, in, nope.
Hold still, will you?
Mace? Armor class 17, okay. Okay, that's one way to do it.
I crave blood.
Master Hall Starfield playing a Chaos Bane. It's pretty. I've started playing Chaos Bane. Damn it! Everything I read in the Starfield nowadays. Yeah, okay. It's pretty fun. Has the same mechanic as Diablo 3 with the gear and the ability bubble. Oh, so ability bubble is the same mechanic from Diablo 3. Necrosoft was saying like he did like that mechanic, but like he never played the Diablo 3, and neither do I, so we haven't like recognized it like that. Interesting. Wait, I don't think I'm supposed to kill the book, do I? Okay, that's didn't work out. We didn't supposed to kill the book.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Telekinesis is. But it's definitely gonna hold it. We don't have like any hold Crowd of Madness. Don't have even a sleep on it. Opportunity attack, reaction, fire. How the hell are gonna hold it?
Indolence breeds madness.
Can I sneak past it? Like, she have 330, 60 degree of Yukon, so can really sneak on it.
Quickly then.
I don't know. Let's see what happened if just like, if I just kill those guys. Solatostat. So, Ethic of War. This one was Virtues of Unions. Right. So we need to kill, I forgot what it was like, other. So that was the Ethic of War, just kill him. Insightful decision of the Tree of Peace. The Tree of Peace bore a lasting fruit. Proceed. Oh, okay. Well, we just randomly hit a random guy, and that was the right decision. No challenge, like stopping the books, reading them. Who cares?
Don't waste a step.
RNG. Roll the dice. No challenge whatsoever. The problem, like, is this guy. Need to dispel the paintings. Will the light work on him? Lighting spell, I mean, like, we have a lighting spell cast on him already.
Let's see.
So I guess, like, we need to deliver some paintings over here. But not of those paintings we can... Oh, there's a dragon torch, so... Hold it. Oh, what is dragon torch? Will it do something? Okay, more torches. That did nothing to this one. Can't even reach him. Shredded painting. Can I just, like, light it up? Astarion.
Sol Invictus!
Put a light on it, okay.
There's a darkness surrounding it. I can't do anything while it's there.
But I just, like, lighted it, you fool.
The shadows are blocking me. I need to get rid of them. Somehow.
Oh, we can talk to the statue. Meanwhile, hold it.
The Atlas!
What to do?
Let's talk to this guy.
Cursed.
A true champion knows justice and eliminates those who stand in its way. Restore the balance of justice.
Restore the balance of justice. So who do we eliminate? Do we eliminate the judge?
The judgment. A stern judge, his pockets full of...
I mean, he's full of coins, right? Eliminate him. Shroud of Darkness, condition you cannot see the path ahead. Cursed. Oh, it's a cursed. So can I bloody remove a curse from it?
Elminster's not around.
And will
so
that
might as
work?
well. To the rescue.
Oh well. That worked for sure. The hanging.
The hanging. A red-haired man is depicted hanging from a gallows as a crowd looks on. You notice a child in the crowd, a falling tear leaving a trail on his cheek.
I've got a long road ahead.
Freedom.
Freedom. A red-haired man walks the streets of Baldur's Gate, clad in a billowing cloak. You catch a glimpse of a sly smile beneath his hood and a golden coin in his hand.
The cell.
The cell. A stern prison guard slides a warm meal into the thief's cell. The red-haired man has a 10-day left to serve, judging by the scratchings on the wall behind him.
That's cool, but like, it's still not giving me the. Okay, we can grab those hand. Yeah. Can grab those now. Actually. A freedom and hanging and the cell. But
Another
can
step
we
forward.
get like any of those here? We can like grab any of those paintings on the walls. I can grab all of those, get the
Always room
handy
for
now
more.
out of here. Get the cell out of here. Get a freedom. And put
Seems
a
simple
freedom over here. I mean, we can't. Okay, so what? You are unjust, and eye for an eye, like Stelios. The punishment might be proportional to the crime. Nani, I am unjust. So do you supposed to like hang the this thief? Oh my god. Where is the justice? I told you that once again that there's no such thing as justice. Come on. Oh, okay. Really, you counterspell me? Oh, you fucker. I'll have some fight on our hands. Game? Well, he's decided to pass it. Gale, can you get those fools out of here? That's better.
Time to strike. Let my
Get this
name
fallen
be known.
wizard.
I'm ready.
Nothing. 40 is just the bones. So let's get closer to those guys. Use my melee attacks. Critical miss.
Mistra ring.
Weapons.
I will ascend.
Get closer to him. Just in case. Now I mean like everyone trying to hit the Gale. Get charmed. With the blade barrier on the Gale. Alright. Critical miss. Critical miss. Haha. That's not good. You stand my charms. Well, we have some temporary hit points on him, so that's one thing. I shouldn't charm this guy. Damn it. Didn't have charm yet.
Time to strike.
You just perish. Just perish 11. It's okay, and 19.
No gloom. All
We probably can finish him with this. Oh, critical means damn it.
Let's spill some blood.
Let's try this. Nice, nice, dead. Tomorrow my trickster finally reached level 94, so I replaced his gear with the max level stuff. Was kind of difficult to get there with a level 50-60 gear in a hard difficulty. Yeah, for sure. But what kind of like you play in epic difficulty now, or is that already like the ultimate hard? I mean, what hard it is? What hard it is like? There is no such a thing. Maximum, okay, ultimate. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you were saying you're not interested in ultimate. So I actually kinda discussed it yesterday. With the new patch difficulty levels, like you can choose the difficulty at the beginning of the game. Like if you want to play an ultimate difficulty, you can start on ultimate right away. And if you want to play it only on like normal difficulty or veteran difficulty, you can reach your level 100 on those difficulties. Not a problem, because enemy will scale way better, right? Like before we had a problem with like epic difficulty epic, which is mean middle difficulty, right? Elite difficulty, that enemies were like a super low level, and you will if you done everything on veteran difficulty, you will only get like so much experience on the next difficulty, because like enemies weren't scaling properly. But now they can stick to one difficulty for the whole game, for whole level 100. Even if it's new expansion, it actually will decrease the time to go for to play for a character, for a class. I think it's also a very great decision.
creator, destroyer.
Oh, wait a minute, I see like there's a bunch of other guys over here. Oh, this is not good. There's more of them here, because I was unjust.
Let's see.
Freedom. You catch a glimpse of a slide.
Can I grab it
I
back?
can't wait to sleep.
Can I place this one? No, I can't. Oh, we failed the test, have we? Yeah, Shalgar dropped her epic for me today, so it's worth going back to lower difficulty to do some quests you sidestepped.
Very well.
Yeah, but like, what kind of level it? Her epic. Speaking of which, enemies like in new patch will be able to drop the monster more frequently, which is also kind of cool. Okay, chat, we're kind of in a bind here. Kind of a little bit in a bind here, so I can't interact with this anymore.
On my way.
Can't interact with this anymore. Those guys are watching me. Spirit guiding area. Nearby enemies take radiant damage. Yeah, might get like it says 75, might get like 94 once they get their ultimate. So it's guaranteed they will always drop their monster frequent. Guarantee, okay. Oh my god. I didn't engaged.
Let's get this over with.
Let's get it over with. Slam the fireball into this formation. It looks 37. So where we want that fireball to land? Somewhere that can do as much harm as possible.
I strike with precision.
Unless I got fucking counterspelled. No! No! Counterspelled. Jesus, I saw that might be happening. Oh my god.
Come on. Can't stay idle.
Counterspell. Like, if I should have used like my Ray of Frost first, right? This is not good. I don't have any big. Okay, you know what? How about something I haven't done like in a while, but concentrate on spike growth here. Fool, indeed. That was the most foolishest thing we done today.
Now what?
At least I tried to kill this guy with the Starion.
Time to die.
Critical hit.
Staying out of sight. Not one false move.
Let's have some fun. The witching hour.
And let's see about those guys critical on me. Then charm him. So taking less damage from him. You know what? Maybe we want to charm it, because it's can break my concentration. Miss. 0 damage. Concentration is still intact. And pretty much I won't play better since until they are fully debugged and release. Yeah, I mean, hopefully the fully released patch will be seeing the light of the day soon. Mace. I probably should have tried to shoot one of those guys. Okay, let's see. He's dashing, so that's good for me. That's good for me too. I'll dash in. There's the thorns. Get wrecked. Nobody to use a counter spell on me now. Yeah. Tier 4 Bloody Fireball, go. Suretsa. Can remove those things now.
Time to push my luck again.
So I can get concentrated blast on someone, on this guy. Let's do it. Through health, really. 5.
Let's have some courage.
Get them down. It's 9 health. This guy's actually full health. Let's finish him. Normal way. And try to finish him. Nice.
No choice but to keep going.
So no like necrotic damage working on those boys. A little bit strange. Do not react. Do not react. So we're just shooting this guy. So I don't want to get close. Yeah, and I'll just liquidate him. Can I get closer? Well, we did fail a challenge, but we still have the door open here.
Is that blood?
I wonder how that's gonna be related to to our meeting with the dragon. Fallen champion, great sword. Let's go into the camp. The Journal of Past Adventure, number 5. Don't care about those paintings, do we? Drop the item. Let's see about this adventure journal. They all dead. We have refused. I feel it's calling. In death, I shall prove worth of protecting the city.
Time to press ahead.
Well, let's see if I'm worthy after failing this one tiny challenge of justice. Let's see if I'm worthy of awakening a dragon. Dragon Sanctum. Unless there's more challenges.
I'll give it a shot.
Game just like stop responding. Sure. So, you know, they're seeing the spokesperson, like the CEO or whatever, Belstada. After they asked him why Belstada didn't done any performance patches or optimization with Starfield.
With courage does the hero march. Fettered by the taxing chains of fear, a stalwart soul must ever persevere. With insight does the hero choose. Guidance born of ancient wisdom proven. Peace, not strife, the undenied conclusion. With justice does the hero rule. Lead not the guiltless lamb to bloody slaughter, nor cleanse the lion's sins in sacred water. With strategy does the hero scheme. A cunning mind, 100 steps ahead, your allies close, your rivals stunned in dread. Worthy you are found. Go forth, hero, seize your fate, and rise, great worm, heart of the gate.
Well, I'm
Sure,
worthy.
we cheated to get here, but you could argue that makes our victory more legitimate.
Yeah, cheated a little bit. Worthy. I'm a worthy. Memento Mori. I didn't just Memento Mori's rats to say I'm worthy here. Anyway, the Starfield, right? So that spokesperson, whoever he is, the CEO. So he said, apparently Starfield running perfectly. The problem with lags or something or performance you have is because you don't have a beefy enough PC for it to run. That was his entire response. You just need a beefy enough PC to run it. They were using cutting-edge technologies on in Starfield. That's why it's not lagging. It's intended to work like that.
Let me work my magic.
We can get like tier 3 spells meanwhile.
Still alive. So that's progress. Moving ahead.
Okay, smell like a fight too.
Hells. The great worm is nothing but bone and memories.
Wait, the guy's dead? We done everything here for like get the powerful ally to help me in a fight, only to realize he's like died from hunger here. I mean, he was waiting for quite a long. Oh my god, this game's such a clown fiesta. I mean, yeah, we playing this game for like what? According to my Steam account, 152 hours. The guy just died waiting for me here. Oh my god. Can I at least talk with him? Nope. Examine legendary resistance. You have plus 10 bonus to your next saving throws affected multiple targets. Draconic Fury. Like, why does he even have all of this? All of this resistances if she's dead.
What's hiding here?
The dragon's spirit floods your mind and memory in a great torrent of power. He is with you. He is within you. He is you.
I am a dragon.
The next words that spill from your mouth are not yours, but the worm's.
I am Ansur, heart of the gate, butchered in flesh, risen in spirit.
Bite back the words that aren't yours. Search your mind for what possesses it. Try to scream. Search the mind for what possesses it.
Ansur wends his way through your mind like an unstoppable river. Your body is unmoving, yet thought flows effortlessly between you. The spirit pauses, and you feel the astral prism stir. Ansur senses the Emperor's presence within it.
Answer me, Facey. Why have you come?
I mean you no harm, just let me go. I never shy away from a challenge. I saw the trials would lead me to a treasure. Yeah, never shy away from a challenge. You know, no challenge at all.
A deep sigh resonates within you. The torrent stills, only disturbed by the dragon's next words.
Brack, my words aren't meant for you. They're meant for him.
The Emperor stirs in the astral prism, then in you. Calm, curious, and detached.
Balduran. Your presence has stirred me, as it ever did. I am awakened.
Answer. It's been too long.
Wait, you know each other? He called you Balduran? Wait, what? Nani? Like, what? The Emperor is... What? This, like, Might Friar is actually the legendary hero who... Well, Lord of the city. Well, you two know each other. He called you Balduran.
A name I once answered to. A name I did not expect to hear again. Least of all from the mouth of an old friend.
Friend. Yes. And more. Until you killed me.
Have you come to dance on my bones, Balduran? Was slaying me not satisfaction enough?
Satisfaction? No. You left me no choice.
You had every choice. You were becoming illithid. I offered you merciful death. You chose to fight. And now you bring your thrall before me. How far has the great Balduran fallen?
Dude, the story getting more and more interesting. Answer the question, Might Freyr. You own it to both of us. This is tiresome. I pass you a Trials Dragon and deserve a reward. A Tactician reunion. Now, how about letting me go? Yeah. You owe the answer for both to both of us.
Stillness. Ansur's consciousness hovers just above yours, searching, seeing.
Dear Ansur. Enough! I gave you everything, Balduran. And you repaid me in slaughter. It is time I return the favor. Let my bones rise and the storms gather. Witness Balduran. The final tempest has come. I am the heart of the gate. I am the one who roars. This time, you will not escape it.
Okay, there's a clown in the chat here, Newburn. Hi, I want to offer a promotion for your channel. Greetings. I want to offer a bond to you. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Vladimir Medom, charm it. Didn't work. He's level 17, wait a minute. Is this for real? Draconic Wrath. I was wondering, this great Drake really uses its fire breath on the next creature that attacks it. Okay. I guess Lizel. Can we stand it? Can it? I have fire resistance on Surasa, so it should be okay. This water elementals is kinda sad. Get wrecked. Execute it. Critical miss.
Fury. I am death.
So should I try to kill this guy? The thing is, I can't cast the spell on him. Can I? Can hasten her. Okay, let's try to work on those guys. Okay, that was good damage. 4 health left. Teleported. Charm. So let's see. Let's just kill this guy and do a little bit of damage to him. And then Sarasa, just put the can I? Alright, the frost. Oh my god. Oh my god. So that's how it's worked, the Draconian Craft. That was quite bad. I thought he's just gonna attack me, like, you know, it's gonna work as a taunt. He's gonna be attack next turn, but he just like literally have the stupid AoE attack. Bloody hell.
Tale for the ages.
Bloody hell. Try to get him piercing weakness. Slam. Come back, you coward. So we want to get closer.
Hungry for the slaughter.
And get his advantage. Yeah.
Swift and lethal.
So as close I can get to him. Okay, okay.
The dance
So can I have advantage on him? Why not? Disadvantage. What kind of a disadvantage I have against this boy? We're about to just Jesus Christ! Really? I was in range of this guy? Oh my god! That's a bullshit. And Gale is down too. Piercing weakness, I mean, that's supposed to do like a big damage. That's supposed to do like big damage. Good luck with that. Critical miss. That's also stupid. Thresser. Thresser. How about Masculine Wounds? Takira Blade Words. That's okay. Survival Instinct on him.
Death is but a word away.
How about him? Removing myself from this position, alright.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Here we go, he's got it. Okay. We're alive. We're alive, we're good. We're still alive. So he's here, have a bloody piercing weakness. Alright. I want to utilize, but like that's because I'm staying like really close to him. Let's try like to teleport him away. This time I do it right. I don't have advantage. Okay, let's get you here. Alright.
Can you feel death?
Is it, do we have advantage now? I don't have bloody advantage, damn it! It's 49%.
Swift and lethal.
Can I get a little bit closer to him? Like, so, Memtomori have level 26 out of 16 savagery. I guess it's the max. Yeah. The hard cap is 10 levels in Grim Dawn. 4 levels for that and quest 10 for Grim Dawn. So let's create advantage. My god, like this is so not cool. Okay, 45%. Do it. I got a 42 damage on him with that, but it'll be like could be a something like 150 if we actually execute him with advantage.
I will ascend.
Let's go the Guardian attack. Actual Surge. Critical hit. Get him up. Question is, will this guy kill? Okay. We went for a different target. So Gale can do some damage here. Let's have completely like lightning resistance. Alright, so like slamming him with multiple missiles not gonna do much, because like I do not lightning damage here and there. But maybe still the force damage will count for it. There's a globe of invulnerability. I can cast it myself. So I can just do the maximum damage. Yeah, it was got a bit of damage.
Another fight. Let's go.
Oh, I can reach a Starion from that. Damn it. Well, a little bit of Tekira. And a little bit more of Tekira. Okay, going for Wizard 9. Okay, out is my Battleflies. So 70 attack with my bow. Got a critical on him. 0 damage. Nice. Can bind the undead.
With pleasure.
I like the music here.
Victory awaits.
Sure.
This is your end.
Miss. 101 health.
Time for cull.
Immune to difficult terrain. Not a problem. Okay, I can't like mass heal anymore. Try to bring a Gale back. Okay. And what else I can do against this guy? Stone Skin. Half of a non-magical, but the bastard deal magical damage. I'm gonna regret it, but I gotta try to put it haste on her.
Something special for you.
Probably gonna regret it.
They burn.
So can we do something with him? Not really. Dude, like, why are you going?
The waiting storm is arisen.
Coordin energy. Yeah, that's not good. Coordin energy already into. Okay, so Ansur's gathering energy while airborne, its resistance to all damage. Melee. What? Okay, it's resistance to all damage. Quite a bit. Well, airborne. Can we do something about him not being airborne? Have advantage on him finally. Okay.
This is your end.
It's your end, Wyrm. Slice and dice it for this Amis bloody hell. 24.
Shall we dance?
Really want to kill him now. So as much as I can do for now. Charm this bastard. Okay, let's see if a Gale can do it with his magic missiles, right? Has a forced resistance. The slam tier 6 missile. Wait. Can I not do it? Must take a short rest. Evocation spell, tier 5, what? Why do you need like short rest for that? This makes no sense.
Balduran, what had
Crash landing. We did it.
What now?
Oh, like we still have the elemental, hold it. Still have this guy to finish. Can you let fuck out of here? Nope.
Gone with the weave. Yes.
Oh no. Oh, okay. Never mind, we're good.
Swift and lethal.
But a little bit not the thing I wanted to do. Maze.
Ansur. I never thought I'd see him again.
So it's true, you're the Balduran.
I was. Now, I am much, much more. But it seems you are more interested in my past.
Yeah, you literally founded the Baldur's Gate. Of course I'm interested. Yeah. I want to know everything there is to know about you. I just need to know if you're going to kill me like you killed your last friend. Yeah, I want to know everything about you.
It's like I always told you. I was just like you. An adventurer who yearned for greatness. And in mortal terms, I achieved it. As captain of the Wandering Eye, I acquired enough gold to found Baldur's Gate. I stayed for a while to watch my city grow. But it was not enough. I grew restless again. The sea called to me, and I ran to her with open arms. Life at sea was not easy. Our last adventure was ruinous. My ship was destroyed. My crew lost. But my spirit was far from broken. I was determined to return in triumph once again. I heard of treasure in Moonrise. I strove to find it. What I found was an illithid colony, where I acquired a tadpole much like yours, and became a mind flayer, enthralled to the Elder Brain. It was Ansor who found me. Ansor who pulled me from the Brain's domination. Ansor who brought me home. He sought to cure me of my sickness, called on every healer he could find, nearly broke his spirit in the attempt. But he failed to understand. I wanted no healing. I was not sick.
It was just a mind fray, yeah. Also, do you guys think that quality of that video there was quite a bit bad? Is it? So we killed him. You don't feel bad about killing one of who saved you? Definitely sick. Answers Stelmane. Do allies always die? Well, that's kind of bad coincidence, is it? Or it's not coincidence? So, do you feel bad about killing one of you saved you?
Of course I do. More so because it was Ansor. Even after he had exhausted all possibility of reversing my condition, he still clung to hope. I tried to convince him of my reality. I was on the cusp of greatness beyond my wildest dreams. But all he could see was a mind flayer. He came to me as I slept. A mercy killing in his mind. I saw the tears. I felt his grief. I had no choice but to kill him first. It was an act of self-preservation.
So I'm sorry you had to go through all of that. It's been an illicit and really worth the loss of a friend. You could have done an honorable thing and let him kill you. I admire your commitment to survival, but your methods are questionable. Well, makes sense, I would have done the same. I mean, yeah, self-perseverance. Yeah, I'm sorry you're gonna go through all of that, am I?
Me too.
Am I?
hope I never find myself in that situation again. While the past is beyond my influence, the present is not. It is time we move on. One netherstone remains. We must find it before the brain breaks free.
This guy's getting shady and shady. Well, hopefully there's more loot here for me. The Baldurian's Giant Slayer, a legendary two-handed, +3 enchantment, can replace my Moonglow, is it? Giant Slayer. On hit, double the damage from your strength modifier. This weapon grants you advantage on attack rolls against large, huge, or gargantuan creatures. Giant form too. Grow to the fearsome size. Your weapon deals additional 1d6 damage, and you gain 27 temporary hit points and advantage on strength checks and saving throws. Topple a big fork. No, it's probably gonna be instead of Dear Answer. Dear Answer, I've said it 1,000 times and I say it again. There's no cure and that's alright. I'm fine, more than fine. I'm better than I've ever been, so why torture yourself like this? Of course I know why. Remember Jarl Tengri. You and I sailed together for months, seeking the Great Spire. By the time we found it, we were sick as dogs. But you never left my side, nor for the moment, even though you could have simply choose to fly. You told me there was something about experiencing it with me, through my eyes. You wanted to share my passion for the adventure. It was, you said, a privilege. The truth is, the privilege was mine. You are the greatest things that ever happened to me, Answer. I never had to ask you for anything, but I'm asking you now to stop. I may no longer feel my feelings, but I know you and you are in agony. It doesn't have to be this way. Be free, Answer, fly. And know that even if I'm not beside you, I will always be your Balduran. Evidence. So it's going to Lizel. I thought I will never replace a Moonglow. Yeah, assume nothing. But this is actually will be better. Yeah, 18 cities 3 damage. And better attack rolls. Giant forms also good. Radiant damage, we're losing radiant damage, which is like good against some enemies. Well, I'm gonna keep it a spare weapon for now. But yeah, we're going to this giant slayer. Nice. The plot definitely getting sicker and sicker, right? I honestly don't know like what to think about the Emperor anymore. Is he good, or is he bad, or is he just like a normal human being? Oh, there's the helm of Baldurin.
Worm's tempest and his roar hurtle through you. Ansur's essence still lives within the helm, instilling you with power for as long as you wear it.
Sage. Heavy is in the head. Okay. Soldier Great Helm of Legend. Let's see if there's any other loot here. Not really. There is something maybe over here. No. Or maybe there's some treasure hidden here. Nope. No perception checks, nothing hidden here. So what about this new shining helmet? Baldurian Vitality. The helmet heals you for 2 hit points at the beginning of every turn. Baldurian's favor. You have like 1 bonus to armor class and saving throws. Stun immunity. You cannot be stunned. Attackers can land critical hits on Weaver too. Is it better than her helmet here? We have a hunter's mark here. Right. Can be grants resistance to fire damage, can be like criticals here, but it's giving me like additional AC too. The thing is, Hunter Max is good actually, right? So additional 1d6 slashing damage, and every time I concentrate it, I have the bonus. Alright, from somewhere. Resistance to fire damage cannot be burned. You take less damage from all sources. I think there was something about my concentration. Where it was. Partial thermal forces, ability to drain. Displeasure, great in weapon fighting. Heavy armored master, that's not it. Hell's Dex armor, proficient, it was, yeah, this was great one. So like, it's already giving me additional damage, the Hunter's Mark. Indomitable. Infernal Touch, Majestic, okay. Prodigy, Opportunity Attack, Prime Aegis of Fire. Savage Attack, Slayer of Knowledge, Strange Condition. Okay, okay, there is a strange Conduit. Is this a ring? Okay, while concentrating on a spell, the Weaver weapons deal additional 1 psychic attacks. Alright, so there's a one, alright, there's a one. We have fire damage from the glows. But we had, so basically, if I have Hunter's Mark, I can deal additional 10 damage well concentrated. Even if I don't have a hunter mark, because it's like constantly once casted on something, it's constantly like counting as keeping concentration on. And that's the only spell like she had to concentrate on. So there's like additional 1/4 psychic damage. And if this is additional like 10 damage.
Can't give up now.
So despite this looking good, it's a medium armor, so like only Suretsa or her can wear it. It's given armor class. Heals every turn. Yeah, unfortunately nobody else can wear the medium armor here.
You have my attention.
Definitely not you.
All right.
And as much as I want to like to get this helmet here, that's meaning like my intelligence going to 8, right? Mind Fray with 8 intelligence. It's kind of funny, like Sneakenstrop mentioned before. So I can't really wear it. Yeah, 22 AC, which just can bring her to even greater heights to 24.
No one stopped me yet.
Yeah. Let's give it to like Lizelle. Let's give it to Lizelle.
Moving in.
It's looking good if we didn't have like any better helmets. Or if you had like someone proficient enough with heavy armor as well. Like if you had a Karlash, for example. Like this helmet, right? It's healing you for 2 hit points. Very good with these gloves over here. That's like every time I heal in, getting the blade ward. So could be go on clerics as well. Yeah, we kind of like getting the same effect from a Ring of Regeneration, a 1/4 hit points here. So basically, Threats have a blade ward constantly, and now like he can mass heal enemy allies. We can apply that blade ward to other people. But here we're down here. Are we? Go this way. This is the way, you fools. I think that was the illusion wall, is it? Yeah, yeah. So we're done with the Wyrm, but like, what about the quest? Return to Ravengard. We defeated the resurrected remains of the Great Wyrm Answer. We should return to camp and inform Duke Ravengard. Okay. All right. We'll do just that. Except I run in the wrong direction here, am I?
Here we go.
We want to leave. Yeah, we want to leave here. Let's go into stairs. Level 17 dragons, probably the strongest enemy we're ever gonna face in this game. I mean, there's that final boss, like the big brainy dude, but the giant, yeah, the elder brain. But is he really an enemy? My plan is to enslave him. The central wall? Yeah, we're gonna go into House of Hope again. Like, I don't want to sleep. We already like experienced that sleeping is not actually triggering any additional scenes. Maybe after killing Answer there will be some. Over time, well. Hopefully we're not missing any like content by not sleeping. It's just like House of Hope just giving you that advantage of Suresa having tier 6 slot, right? Because like usually we're gonna we sleep and we gonna immediately use the tier 6 magic slot for the feast, right? So we get an additional points to me, hit points to my team.
Tyrant. Slain. Joy. Freedom. Close. Help me. Help you. Reciprocation. Watchers. Ignore you. Foundry. Neutralized. Witnesses. Eliminated. You walk free. You one task. Kill Orin! Kill Orin! Kill Orin! Kill Orin!
Oh, shut up, that stupid brain trying to talk to me. Oh, look at this, I'm actually... Wait, I'm actually full health? I'm full health, but I don't have like full spell slots here. So we're still going to House of Hope. Oh, kill Orin, kill Orin. Just you wait, you elder brain.
Here goes nothing.
Just you wait. And be prepared to bow down to your new master. Yeah. Oh, I'm super enjoying this story. Like, there is so like you really don't know like what the right decision here. Like, do we support the Emperor? He's like very controversial character. He's actually Baldurian himself, right? But you know, like, he's like seeking power. I don't know, like thirst for power that he exhibited by killing his good friend Ansur. Will he not kill us in the end? Are we like playing into his trap? Are we in enough like a relationship with that guy to
excellent choice.
Actually befriend him, and he can we be sure he will not betray us? That's the question. But I guess like if he go in like with the brain, is my relationship with Lizel gonna be ruined? Since we're not gonna like freeze that Orpheus dude from his chains. I don't know. So much to think. So hard to decide. That, you know, that the rightful, the true path, the one and only. I guess there is no one and only path. Maybe that's a conclusion we should get. Yeah. Especially for characters like mine. Okay, so let's enter the tombstones. Let's sure what do we have here. The sewers. We have a couple of side quests, right? There's Orphic Hammer, Stolen Gold, Stone Lord, and there's a mummy here. The Mysticarian. So we have some quests about those guys, and I imagine the sewers will be another big area, as big as whole Baldur's Gate here.
With haste.
Let us see. Where is this manhole? Oh, we also need to talk to the Duke Ravengard. Can do just like that. So go to camp. Apparently, yes. So like we use a fountain in House of Hope, but the short rest charges itself they didn't replenish. Only like proper long rest can replenish those. Where's the Raven Guard? Look, where was that? Should probably save. What Bill Memento Mori is doing, I think it's Trickster. He mentioned he's reached level 94 in Trickster. But does Trickster have a savagery? It's a druid skill, right? Is it? Yeah, honestly, I'm not very confident in my Grim Dawn skills knowledge. Shaman, okay, yeah. Can remember classes, masteries, or to say, can remember skills. Really hard for me to remember classes and masteries of Titan Quest already, since we haven't played it for a while.
The Absolute's voice is gone, but I still hear its echoes. Reflections of reflections.
This is tell him about your battle with Ansur. You know, Chancellor Floric will be relieved to hear that you're alright, by the way.
Hells, Floric. While the Absolute commanded my mind, I condemned her to death and confined her in Worm's Rock prison. She stood by me even as the Hell's fires lapped at my feet. You must free her.
Already did. Yeah, like you must run it one last time before Titan Quest 2 drops. I don't think it will be one last time. I think we're gonna play Titan Quest quite a bit. Before and maybe even after. Like, it's dependent on the quality of Titan Quest 2, right? Doesn't like mean that it's over for Titan Quest 1 when the second game will be released, for sure. Floric is free as she gathers an alliance as we speak.
Tremendous news. She proves as loyal to you as she is to me. I couldn't bear it if she died by my command. May the Triad guide her steps.
So I wasn't planning on going that way, but I see what I can do. No, okay, I made...
Please. Floric's a great friend to me.
We already told him she's already saved, right?
Ally for you.
This is a tiny bit of a bug. How did the Absolute Cultists capture you?
I was returning from Elturel. My traveling party stopped at an inn, Joaquin's Rest, to lay our heads. It wasn't the heat that woke me. It was the scent. Cultists had set fire to the place. I don't remember being taken. Just the smoke burning my throat before I fell. I awoke in Moonrise Towers, inside one of those damnable pods. The rest, well, the rest goes without saying.
Yeah, so it does have me worried since the original devs like went and made the Grim Dawn. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, I think Titan Quest 2 will be great. Like, honestly, my like expectation will be great, just because like, of settings, you know. Like, maybe there will be some problem, you know, with like with classes, with balance, some problems maybe with the gameplay when the game will be released. You know, like these things could take time. Like Grim Dawn also wasn't like made perfect and on the first day. There were a bunch of problems. There were done a lot of like adjustment, a lot of balancing, right? But yeah, like the settings itself is was like a lot of people like about Titan Quest. A lot of casual players too. I think it will be great. How much of like replayability from day one it will have because of potential problems I named, that's another question. Yeah, Master Hall saying I want to renew and old classes. I want all the new class, all the old classes and bunch of new, but that's like probably not impossible because how big the game will that will make, right? If you want everything, so I think they're gonna balance between like they probably will have like maybe like 8 classes, 8 masteries at the beginning, and some of them will be added in DLCs. That's my conjecture. Maybe it will be less, like 6 classes or something. We'll see how it's gonna go. Or maybe it will be even like more than that. Grim Dawn actually had like way less classes, masteries than Titan Quest combinations. Now with new expansion they added a new one. So what was your business in SOL meanwhile?
A complicated one. I went to greet Elturel's High Overseer. Only for the Archdevil Zariel to drag the city into the hells. I've been touched by Avernus. Been a plaything for demons. A tale for other places. Other days.
Interesting. Tell him about the Bendel's answer, the most important part of this dialogue.
A terrible fate for Ansur, my son. Yet my hopes for the city's future have never been higher.
I failed, Father. The worm is fallen.
A terrible fate for Ansur, my son. Yet my hopes for the city's future
failed?
Have never been higher.
That guy failed.
Understand.
You and your allies slayed the undead terror that was once the great Ansur. You are stronger than even the great worm. You will be the one to part the storms and lead the people through. You, not Ansur, are the savior we need.
That guy definitely failed because he even didn't go with us to that adventure.
We will rebuild Baldur's Gate. We will take back our city together. I will name you Baldur's Gate's newest Grand Duke of the Council. You will be hailed Heart of the Gate.
Grand Duke. I look the part of a fiend.
I will tell the citizens and the patriarchs of your good works. They will know you carry your father's banner.
Uncertainty fills the air. Will has reached a fork in his path. In which direction will he travel?
You're a hero, not an aristocrat. The Blades is a champion. Duke Will Ravengard's is not. Yeah, become a Grand Duke. Imagine the power you yield. A Grand Duke, you can turn down an offer like that. Think of the power you yield. Trust your will, follow your heart whenever it's gonna lead you. Well, if you want people in high places, how we? But I trust him. He's probably not gonna take the Grand Duke, will he?
Will?
I fought to right the wrongs of the coast. To slay the men and monsters that hunt the helpless. It is in the wilds that I find my courage, not in the halls of upper city estates.
There will be no Grand Duke Will Ravengard, and there will be no Blade of Frontiers.
I am now the Blade of Avernus. For as long as demons and devils imperil the Sword Coast, they will be my prey.
Then go with my blessing. Be Faerun's great defender. Courage, insight, strategy, justice. Let these be the lights that guide you, my son. Hail the Blade of Avernus!
5 minutes later,
Calm settles over you.
Will left your
Elderbrain
party.
is a menace, but with the blade of Avernus at your side, you know you can triumph.
Well, I just completed his stories. My most trusted companions, like Lizel and Gale, those stories are still not incompleted. But like, Will, which is like I never even like took for a spin for 1 minute. Well, okay, we done it today to run the corridor, and yeah, we spent a whole 40 minutes leveling him up. But nevertheless, his story is done. Kinda didn't feel it, you know.
The Blade of Avernus. A new name for a changed man. The 4 pillars finally rise within me. Courage, insight, strategy, justice.
There is no
I'm not
justice.
to abide them, but to become them. But enough reflection for today. I'm of a mind to celebrate. A hearty meal would do the trick. A few hunks of fresh venison, a round of brown ale. What do you say?
Sounds heavenly. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We got to Elderbrain to deal with, remember? Well, sounds heavenly.
Wonderful. You hunt the deer, I'll scrounge up the ale. Prepare your belly for a roast a la blade.
Yeah, who cares about
Elderbrain? Take
Elderbrain?
offense if I assume cooking duties, just the once.
So what are you playing as a blade once the brain is defeated?
I scout both the hells and the coast's havens, and I destroy every fiend that dares put its eye on Faerun.
Save perception. Okay, good luck. Leave. Well, how about starting with like slaying this Mizora? She's a fiend, is it? Zariel protection, so... whenever attack Mizora will disappear to the hells and return after a minute. Unless we kill her like with 1 hit, is it? Which is possible. Maybe? She's like 97 hells. So if I cast like... If I cast like a Brand Weak, right, and then attack her with stealth attack, right, from him, piercing damage, there should be enough, like, to completely destroy her, is it?
Let's get going.
But whatever, we done taking with those fools. Now, two more city adventures, sewers adventures. Let's go. Yeah, and to worry about his classic. The Nightblade has some great skills and passives. For sure, I like the Nightblade and Arcanist quite a bit. Well, Nightblade and Arcanist was my first like class I played, the Spellbreaker to begin with. Yeah, dual wield 3 blade spirits, Pneumatic Burst. Pneumatic Burst is just great. Yeah, I prefer to have like as few battles to press as possible. I can like play that character with 1 hand. Only issue is finding enough like skills to bring devotion skills. Speaking of like many hours and battles.
What did you have in mind? Quiet party? Toasting a return with a few good friends?
What are those guys? Absolute cultists. They're not hostile. So what I meant to say, there's this, they revamping how the hours works in a Grim Dawn from what I saw. Like, or rather how the hours works in conjunction with when you get been dispelled by some arcane elites, right? Before that, you would be like got dispelled all the auras if you get hit by arcane dispelling projectile, and you will need to go and manually turn that auras back, right? Which is kind of were inducing the panic on me because they, first of all, they are on the different tabs. Most of your hours are how many like skills the Grim Dawn has, and when you need to turn them back during the combat, is kind of very problematic. So they only gonna turn off the auras for 2 seconds if you get hit like by arcane projectile, a dispelling projectile. And after the 2 seconds, the auras just gonna turn themselves in automatically. Okay, more quest. Aid Underduke. We enter the sewers, so the Stone Lord must be here somewhere. Return the gold. We enter the sewers. Now need to track down the stolen gold too. What are those boys? Grease.
Need to find a way forward.
Some door, what are those?
I keep forgetting.
Or if you can, okay, that's...
What are we supposed to be doing?
Wizard told us to watch for the troublemakers.
Failed?
What's this, cousin? Another absolutist come to see
Alice,
what we
serious?
did to poor old Sarin. Your god took her
This
mind,
guy looked like an
Otis,
Aquaman.
So Bereki took her head, and I burned the flesh from her bones. And now you come to interrupt the funeral rites.
Grease and a mantle?
Yes, cousin. An excellent idea. Cousin says we will take you in return. He says you look just like kindling for Sarin's funeral pyre.
I smell a fight. You carry it wrong, I'm not his absolute. And a cousin looks like he fell out of the Abolus arse. Are you sure you're related? I haven't got the slightest idea who or what you're talking about. Wait, no need for violence, just tell me what happened to your friend. Yeah, let's talk it peacefully.
I took my friend's life, but only after your god took her soul. Sarin, Bereki, and I, we were the 3 finest thieves in Baldur's Gate. We broke into the offices of Gortash, discovered he was with the Absolute too.
Gortash is no more.
Your fellow cultists hunted us, so we hid down here. We were safe, and so was our loot, until the darkness soured Sarin's mind. She kept our treasure from us. Said Bereki and I had gone strange.
Well, it sounds strange.
Hush, cousin. Sarin turned into a cultist herself, so we did what we had to. Bereki wept until his voice was gone, and then he was gone too, leaving only me to conduct Sarin's rites. And my cousins here cannot conduct the rites without a clan to bear witness, or some fuel for the fire.
Intimidation, your paranoia already kills Sarin. Are you so keen to follow her? Persuasion, I'm not a cultist, and I don't think your friend was either. Your paranoia turned you against one another. Yeah, persuade him, deception. You need witnesses? I'm a witness, just here to pay my respect. Nah, let's like persuade him it's his paranoia at fault. Which is like probably the case. Probably the case. 29. Easy.
She swore she was no cultist, but you all lie. The Absolute turns you. I don't know. I don't know. Pass then, and do not come back. This is Sarin's final resting place, and a killing ground for all who come to disturb her.
Okay, I can pass.
What are we supposed to be doing?
Oh, okay, but I mean, there's gold. There's loot involved.
And keep your mucky little peepholes peeled.
Lizelle. A mighty carnium rot. He's sees and he's known. That's not good. This is like the door with the boss guy.
Better not be cursed.
Which is locked for whatever reason. Astarion, do the honors. So only to your 10.
Must have been some other oozing, stinking lump floating.
Grandus? This just looks like a dragon, is it?
Come closer. Tell me what you see.
Inside, consider the Dragonborn's face mannerism. Is there anything unusual about him? He's definitely a dragon because he has too much health and he just fought a dragon with 600 health. Yeah, and we know that he can turn himself in Dragonborn, according to that scene we saw from the past. Wisdom proficiency, guidance. 29.
His voice carries the weight of untold centuries, and his ridges are scarred with uncounted battles. This is no Dragonborn. This is a red dragon, the very same who carried Voss near the Gith crash.
I know you're a red dragon. Voss was right near the crash, Yalek.
It is so. Call me Kudenos, Master of Flames, Splitter of Skies. I will be the one to carry Voss into battle against Vlaakith, and I will be the one to breathe the flames that melt her.
A red dragon, rebel? How many more of you are there?
More than I could count. We were pacted by the Archdevil Tiamat, and forced to serve the Githyanki. It is to the people that I'm loyal, not to the Lich Vlaakith, a corpse in Gith clothing. I know Orpheus, just as I knew his mother. A new future will be planted in the wake of the comet. Until we meet again, mortal. I look forward to fighting alongside you. Vlaakith will tremble at the sound of our roar.
Okay. Well, I really also hesitant about like getting the Orpheus out of this prison, because that's mean like we getting on the bad side with the Emperor. Let's talk with him at least.
Kithrak Voss, may the astral sea be still as you cross it.
And may your mind be of steel, so your blade may be of silver to Lakmagir. Have you retrieved the Orphic hammer? Will our prince's chains finally be broken?
I retrieve the hammer.
The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from the Lich Queen's tyranny. The prophecy is one step closer to fruition.
Gith's son will soon ride against Vlaakith, Voss, and I will follow him into battle.
Oh, you will not.
And you will wield
probably
the greatest gift Mother Gith ever granted her dauntless children.
A silver sword. I will carry it for the honor of Gith, the great liberator, and her unforgotten son.
Istik, now that you have the hammer, you must find a way to enter the astral prism. Once inside, smash Orpheus's bonds. His cry will shake the plains, and I will fly to your aid. The Prince of the Comet will sear the heavens again. First we'll defeat the Absolute, then we let the Lich Queen tremble.
Think again. I will not permit your entry.
You need to let me into the prism. Is there any way I can convince you? I find a way to free Orpheus from your clutches. Ignore the Emperor. Is there any way I can convince you? I mean, I don't even... Why is like all of this negative like responses to the Emperor? Master Hall saying I'm really digging into how they did the gear appearance in Chaosbane. Playing the Slayer class and it's like a dwarf that dual wields. The chest armor is a different tattoos, and the headgear changes your hair and beard color too. That sounds great actually. That sounds great. Ignore the Emperor. Okay, we can ignore
Questions, Istik? You seem to be lost in thought.
Getting to Astral Plus will be complicated. Orpheus sent the tadpole before, and his guard attacked. Won't he attack if we free him?
The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Gate. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you.
Very risky. Well... Getting to Astral Plus will be complicated.
Yes. But you will meet this challenge, as you've met so many others.
Remember, if tattoos were armor, one of my ex-girlfriends could work as an assault tank.
Istik, friend to Orpheus. Together we will end the Elder Brain which shakes this city. Then I turn my sights to Vlaakith, the Queen of Deceit.
Well, I got a reward at least out of this. The show was the Orphic Hammer and he gave us a powerful silver sword, the highest grade of weapon in Githyanki custom. He left to prepare for the revolution that will follow Orpheus' deliverance. I'm accepting it. Get Orinius Stone, the Githyanki warrior. Kistra was his left against the allies. Now we must find a way to enter the artifact and break Orpheus free. But we're not. So, conditional. 612, Githyanki Psionic. Whenever wielding by Githyanki, this weapon deals additional 1/6 damage. The Gibbon's psionic resistance. A Githyanki holding this weapon has advantage in intelligence, wisdom, and charisma throws resistance to psychic damage and cannot be charmed. This is going like definitely for Lizelle, but I already have like legendary sword for her. Just took it. Right. It's a little bit more damage. A little bit more damage. Okay. But we have like that double damage from your strength modifier on hit. So it's kinda big, right? This weapon grants you advantage on attack rolls too. She has strength 20. Yeah, the wife is catching up like through a riot gear level, I would guess. Here's the tattoos. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of tattoos. I just like feel it's unnecessary. You know, like it's not like clothes you can drop down when you feel like your sense in fashion changed, but it's like something permanent, and I'm not like a very big fan on it. I saw like I completely like against it, as like there's a different circumstances, you know, like the tattoos for example the soldiers have, right, that giving them, you know, the feeling of belonging to that squad, like memories of some events, brotherhoods they relieve themselves. So those kind of like tattoos I do understand. And hail mighty hero, there's a flux here with a result for 17 months. Cats and Roach. Welcome, mate. Thank you very much for your continuous support. Really do appreciate it, and really having fun with the game right now. That also gifted by this Flux chat, and we have many more games coming from that were gifted by this Flux in the future. I mean, in the future streams, we have plenty of them in the library, and we have some. And a Bond Zone. Yeah, we have some gift cards on my Steam account, which just can get me like a couple of games for sure. I'm gonna mention it every time I bought the game with your gift card as Flux. I'm gonna mention it on, well, as we usually do in the title and in Discord. So this is, by the way, is waiting too much for me. Guess we can drop this sword. Send to the camp. So some bikini girls game coming. I already was like, you know, intended to buy some continuation of Yakuza, alright? It's just they not going for sales for whatever reason for a while. They even like pricing twice more than they were before in my region. But yeah, that's gonna be incoming. Okay, send this to the camp. I mean, to drop the weight a little bit. And yeah, like by the way, this Philax, we just meet the answer, the dragon, and we know that the Emperor is actually Baldurian. What a turn of events! Like I was really surprised about that.
Since I was old enough to hold a blade, I've dreamt of wielding a silver sword. The swords cleave both meat and mind, body and brain. To swing one, mesmerizing. To be slain by one, agonizing. Everyone I bleed with a sword will be my tribute to Prince Orpheus.
Nope, you're not even wearing this stupid sword, you know, like this Baldurian sword is way better. The swords, like I say, I was like very impressed about that it turns through events. It's got me definitely off guard. You know, first of all, I saw the dead dragon. It's like, Jesus Christ, like, we played for 152 hours of the game, so enough for the dragon to die there, waiting for me to rescue him. But then he's just got like level 17. But yeah, we got him in the end. Tasted my sword, my might and magic. History. Think on your knowledge of Ginyanka's silver swords. What details did Lizelle miss? Can we? She didn't miss anything. Critical failure. Critical failure and sinking. Happens all the time. Let's try to reroll. There you go. Success.
You recall another fact about silver swords. The Githyanki forbid their use by all other peoples.
Only Giths are permitted to wield other swords, right?
Only Gith's children may wield swords of silver. Unless a Githyanki grants the right in exceptional circumstance. The Illithid Grand Design nears. The true heir is shackled. These are exceptional circumstances. I grant my allies the right to my silver.
Okay. What makes a silver sword so special?
A Kithrak's silver sword is more than a weapon. It is an extension of your will, an entire limb unto itself. You merely need to think strike, and it strikes. The sword carves the correct path and carries your arm with it.
Okay, it does have auto aim.
Tell us that each sword holds a fragment of the living gate, a flesh portal made from the stuffs of nightmare.
The terrible living gate, thinner than a lamb's hair and hidden deep beneath the Feywild.
The silver injures the body, the gate's flesh injures the mind. A formidable weapon against Geich.
Well, that's nice to talk. But guess what? She's still not gonna wear it. I mean, this is literally worse than my current sword, right? Less damage. Well, one more damage, but I mean, we have a Giant Slayer, right? Giant Slayer gonna rule it. Giant Slayer, so bonus damage against like an advantage on attack rolls, large, huge, and gargantuan creatures. On hit, double the damage from your strength modifier as well. So like, real damage is actually more than it's showing me, because our strength is 20, and we can make me gigantic. Well, yeah. It's the same like with the helm of Baldurian. I just don't have like anyone to wear it. So we have like more or less a combination of items here that working very well with me.
Still alive. So that's progress.
What's the name of that river down there?
Okay, let's go investigate the more sewers.
Whatever it's called, it's impressive.
Oh my god, the red saw got prawn. Wait, is it I have wearing the boots that can be prawned? Okay, I can be prawned while concentrating. So if I cast this guidance, for example, now I can be prawned.
Don't know how to swim.
No traps, please.
Capture orders. The wizard is a lunatic who already murdered one of his close companions on a sheer paranoia. It is likely no one would believe his tale of the tadpoles, no matter what truth we saw. But end him all the same. Orin will brook no failure when we are so close, and even so lost, a soul will make a fine offering to the Lord. A skeleton. Can I talk on that with her? Nope. Let's sort the items. Do we need some item here? We definitely need the treasure here. Elemental affinity, fire resistance. So she's missing a skull, right? It does look like she doesn't have a skull. Oh well, whatever. Oh, they all prone. Damn it. Guidance, guidance, guidance. Can be prone. More cultists over here. I like these disgusting creatures. Let's just talk to Mr. Carrion about Oscar. We need to find a Mr. Carrion layer. Alright. That's the other thing. Turn journal fragment. An expert turned from what appears to be the large journal. I need to get away from Elias for a while. We'll be hiding down here for a while, and the darkness is beginning to get to him. He's keep pushing his fire farther into the tunnels, and he almost burned a barricade before I could get him out of the way. If those two can't keep the head straight, then I have to, for all of us to use, okay? That's about that crazy wizard, is it? Dark Ring and Thieving Tools. I'm going to Astarion.
Let's have a look.
What about the chest?
Let's crack it open.
Lockpick. Get that concentration. Okay, the arrows, I'll take all of this. So that's the armor, just a normal one. But we can't sell
Still
it,
breathing,
if anything.
despite everything. On my way.
Perception checks.
What's that?
Scroll of a planar binding. Gale. Painting key.
That water looks tainted. Better to avoid it.
Concentration broke. Yeah, dude's like... That's still tainted. And let's look at some other people over there. Okay, let's check out this way. Dude, how big the sewers are? Standing journal.
What's that?
We have nowhere to go. Barricky wanted to try the guild hall, but there's too many different crews there. Too many eyes and ears that might be reporting back to the Gortash and his dominant cult. It's just Barricky, Alice and I, we can't trust anyone else. That's the journal. As the scroll journal entry appears the last in the series. Alice, Barricky, don't be mad if you find this, boys. I'm not trying to keep the treasure from you, we just rip it off Gortash, and if I know you two at all, are you going to spend it all in the spot and draw the bastard Archduke to be a notice? Before you protest, remember Talik's bakery. Years back, I'm doing my best to deny it all to the feast, and you two don't even bother to wash the cake from your gobs. So, if you found this, that means I'm off doing my business in the tunnels. So I put it back and pretend you never saw it, it's like sweet little dears. And wipe your faces, Siren. Okay, big potion going to Lizard. That's the evidence, right? I'll take the evidence. You got friends in the guild, but we don't.
What's that?
Ingredients. And the rot. This does look like some murder cult. Talk is the rot. What are you doing?
We watch, we wait.
We watch and they wait. Voice suspended in a barrack here. So is it the place? Is that the place with the cult? Oh, so is this a skull over here? It is, but we can't pick it up, can we? There's also some other door. Okay, let's check that sewers that way. Let's check the sewers this way. There were some other people there. So I don't really want to engage the Orient right now. We want to do like all the other quests. It's safe to jump here. It's a rare hour of murder. Oh, those guys are definitely cultists. Should I talk?
Just as I was getting bored, our Lord sends us a little diversion.
They are enemies. Radiator sandals. Okay. Can I snipe any of those guys from here? I can try her. Unstoppable. She's dumb unstoppable. I hate unstoppable. Okay, one down. Well, she's murderous scroll. Wait a minute. This like actually have proper health. The scrolls. So she's unstoppable twice. They are summoned, right? Let's just hit her with a bunch of missiles here to bring that unstoppable aura to its knees. Yeah, here goes the damage.
Nothing important is ever easy.
It's 24. Can I even kill it? No, I just better start damaging her. Alright, frost. Let's see how bad these ravens are. Also, there's another guy, right? He's level 5. Those ravens definitely bad. they just not doing anything. They bugging my game. Oh, come on. Really? Do something. Jesus Christ. Oh, never mind. I'm Jesus Christ, do something. Apparently those ravens weren't intent to go. And I have like my turn with Lizel over here. Apparently it was me who was standing there and doing nothing. But they rolled the initiative like, you know, before me. How do they supposed to know it? Apparently deep in shit, literally. Kinda, yeah. A little bit. So I wonder about this rolls with the sword. Let's see, the sword, slashing damage, 21, alright. So, strength modifier plus 5, the Giant Slayer. Basically it's giving me that 5 damage 5 permanent damage all the time. So this is a lot. This is a lot. Blinded. Miss. Miss. We got a little bit of damage and blinded me. Stupid ravens. Where he's even going? Okay, he's going all around the place. Let's see. Miss. Come here, you birds. Okay, I have murderer. She took quite a bit of damage there.
Swords meet sorcery.
To 16, to 24. How about trying to just smack them with Tier 3 spell? All that.
There's blood in the air.
So this guy, Sanctuary, don't have a Sanctuary anymore. I'm trying to snipe him down. Let's get additional 10 damage on that. 43, he's 11 health. Alright.
One can't always be a gentleman.
I won't give in.
Seriously, probably just get this burst out of here. So they can't really fly at all. I should also kill Elizel before I smack them. Okay, I got 8 hit points anyway.
This feels good.
The question: can we kill this guy if I get closer? Oh, time to feed maybe. Yeah, probably gonna kill it if I feed on him. Yeah, nice. It's also got me happy.
A rough tempest I will raise.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Blinded, damn you. Miss. Now I just need to kill all those ravens. Come on, my Yankee champion. Just probably will be able to kill him with one go, is it?
Taste my fury.
23, nice. Dead. Dead. I should have a fly instead of like attacking like this. That was a mistake. Can go as close as this, but I can't reach it. Damn it, what a mistake. Attacking with bow not gonna do much. Unless we crit. Two ravens left. And all of them like over there.
Victory is assured. Let's light them up.
So let's just wait for them to get closer. Come, birdie. Face your doom. Miss? Really?
Have a lot on my mind.
Okay, no challenge.
And well, in it.
Imagine there's like nothing to loot from this. Yeah, from those guys. Gladiatorial sandals, we don't really care about that.
Swift as my feet can carry
What about
me.
those guys? It's just a normal daggers?
If I don't get my
Crossbow.
visa sleeve soon, I may just get a tad malcontent.
Let's get to Astarion.
Anything of use?
A bomb. Go into Lizel. Through 12. Not to the sanitation workers.
What's that?
You probably want to open the slice gate so we can get into the cisterns and mark it out. To do that, you need to manipulate the valves to get the water level and the heat level to the optimum levels, and at the same time, don't get scalded. So emergency release, temperature valve, and a water valve. Or how about we just like using this valve? If that won't work? Let's save before anything. Will they just work?
Won't budge.
Athletic failed.
Eager for battle.
Do it, girl. Wait, did you also fail the athletics? Proficiency 16. 5 strength. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really?
Is that blood? No.
Oh, really?
Never mind.
We don't have like that many of strong people here in that case. Astarion. He rolls fucking 3. Yeah, Lizel had the best chance to do it. But he rolls 7. She's 7, yeah. 9, she needed to roll at least 14. Which is quite a lot. Can I try it again? So, with her.
Careful.
Wait, can I try it again with her, like, because it's just a well.
Action, not reaction.
Oh no, I can't try it again.
I've got a long road ahead.
Well, Gale can try a critical hit it, but it's probably never gonna work.
Lovely day this. For now.
Yeah, failed. He rolled 9.
All's well that ends.
Still not really good. Okay, let's see what your level. What your level rise in. Temperature valve. Temperature increase. Temperature increase. Water level too. Barely warm, perfectly warm. Why is low water level? It's overheated.
Seems to be stuck. If not over.
Will the emergency release work? Here's the hot. Perfectly warm. Okay, raise the water level. Do we need to do it in turn-based mode? So water level +2. Okay. Gale, try the temperature valve. Temperature increase in.
What to do?
Action, not reaction.
Okay, temperature perfectly increase in. Water level. So can I do something with this? Okay. There's some kind of value over here, but we can really use it. Saying it perfectly warm. Oh, so okay, I see. So this is need to be in this area, but water level.
No time to rest.
It's not rising.
Enough waiting.
I don't know how it's work. Okay, this is too much, right, for this now. So we need to release this one. Water level, we're still increasing that one.
Never believe this. Keep close.
So it's a hot. Water rises still.
I applaud your taste.
Let's see, this is not gonna get any heat in. It's not moving too. So let's just lowering it. Need to rise it. Okay, this is back to optimal here. But this is not like rising at all. So we keep in here in perfect warm.
Right with magic.
It's not rising anymore. Is it because it's not hot enough? What happened in here? With the water level. Why is it lowering down?
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Maybe it's... yeah.
Your desire.
Let's see, maybe we raise the temperature at least. It's going too much. Let's try the temperature, keep raising the temperature.
Never a dull moment.
Okay, water level just got to normal. This one a little bit overheating.
Curious. Seems to be stuck.
And it seems to be stuck.
Was that blood? No. Never mind.
It's still overheated and doesn't say for how long.
At the ready. Watch your back.
Okay, it's not overheating. Perfect temperature. Perfect water level. Water level is rising, however. Also, I need to use a release from time to time, okay.
One with the weave. Looking ahead.
Let's see how that's gonna work. The water is like rising back. High water level. Probably need to do something with this.
Stayed interesting.
Keep your distance now.
Just turn it off. So high water level is still hot.
Let's get going.
Okay, let's just waiting for another turn. Okay, it's back. It's back into a perfect condition here. What about water? So high water level for one turn. And it's just completely dropped down. Really? 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 Fuck this. Can I just... Oh, okay, it's already open, never mind.
Objective noted.
It's already was open.
Still alive. So that's
Please.
progress. On my way.
Come on, chat. The game trying to play a trick on me. So where the fuck are this going? That's the question. Definitely it looks like a different area. And it has an app to save too.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have.
They met Rashelmar. The trader. High Harper of a Baldur's Gate, Jaheira. Oh, it's the Stone Lord hiding. But that's not a Jaheira. That's to pretend to be Jaheira. A clown Jaheira.
All the coin seems to be there, if a little blood-stained. You lot are enthusiastic about your lord's work.
Our Lady. We serve only the Absolute.
Oh, silly me. We Zentarim are so long past our own godly roots, I'm afraid I forget the half of them. But you, I know. When did you start worshipping gods? Did they give your wee rodent a worm friend too?
Rodent?
Enough! You will show the Stone Lord proper respect, and you will return to the Guildhall and do as we have paid you to.
Of course. I only thought...
Wait. Flop all you wish, little fish. But Minsk has caught you!
On that note, good luck. The job will be done by the time you get to the Guildhall.
So can I even talk sense into him? I was just go and fight right away. Bardic Inspiration. Can use the Bardic Inspiration to add a 1d6 bonus to the next attack roll. Oh, that's kinda a lot. The journal. Return a gold. A Zentarian ancient named Roach has taken off with the gold. Well, it's actually Roach, but let's call him Roach. Unlikely she's part with it willingly. We got to find her. And the Archduke, we saw the Stone Lord meeting with the Dentarium. The cult paying the Dentarium for some service at the Guildhall. We should find what it is. Okay. Let's see if we like survive long enough to do it. Hour of murder. Okay, if we're able to snipe her down, that'll be great, but the path is interrupted. Or is it? Path is not interrupted if they can fly a little bit. Can't find a path really. Really? Why you can't find a path, you fool? This guy have 100 health. Potentially can kill him before he can do anything to me. Yeah. Gale can finish him off. Okay.
Break them.
It's 37. So not as much of a damage as I was expecting it to have. Oh, it can jump back. That was a mistake going here altogether. Is it really not enough movement speed here? Well, I can try to stop him. Damage. It's normal guy. He to damage me, bastard. Stunned coup. Lizelle got stunned. Really? Failed 7th throw, that's ahead of a ball now. So there's a helmet right on her. This one, it cannot be a stun, right? Stun immunity, you can be stunned. I seen despite I was talking about Hunter's Mark, but getting stunned by this murder cult is not fun at all. I think we should like switch to that helmet.
No gloom, all doom.
Meanwhile, we can kill this Minx dude, right? I mean, can we get him like on my side? That's one question. Probably not.
My iron is hot.
Oh my god, this didn't kill it. It's 5 health. Oh no. Retreat, repent. It's a 5 health, damn it. Nope, can't to spell you. Can't to spell you again? Shut up. Slowed. Falls Yahara. Miss. Miss, yeah. Just saving throws. Okay, we can finish this guy off. If only I had like some cool area ability to use. I have that spy grow. Can like really upcast it. Thunder wave gonna hit my Owen guys. Unless if I... Okay, let's Scoring Ray. How about Scoring Ray him? 70 and Jahara. Can reach Jahara. Oh, he missed him. Really, dude? Let's get a blade barrier on him. On him? Should put in a Astarion. Is right in front of there. Okay, hold 1 damage. Not a problem. There is some hyena? Sneaker? Hyena named Sneaker. Wonderful. Bardic inspiration here. Alright. I can sneak attack like I'm in the middle of enemies here. Can I work on the Jahira? Execution here? Whatever. They did attack me. Oh no 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 no! This is bad. They stopped. Fuck! Fuck! I saw I can use my firebolt, right, to finish this guy. And now he got stunned. And now like, this guy can actually do some damage. Bullshit. The stuns. Absolute bullshit. We got slowed. Jahira. The clown Jahira. Yeah, dude, like, let's look tier 3 him. You definitely need that blade barrier. A miss, really. Get charmed. Yeah, this guy was a problem.
I will not know failure.
Fight him. Should I just go and finish him as well? Counter mark or no counter mark, I was probably fine. Two damage, my blade word working. Right. Wait, is this the guy with the gold? Wait a minute. Did we just like did we let's also have some message here, never mind. Return the gold? The agent named Rock has taken off with the gold. Alright, so we did fail the quest. I didn't realize that we need to kill the guy right away. I mean, he went for the ladder there. Can we still find him? Or is the quest over? What's happened here? So we got to find her. Like, she just take care of. She just ran away with the gold. I don't know. We'll try to find her after this, if it's possible.
What fools these mortals be.
Either Andrew Duke. Boo? What the fuck? The sad squeaking? What? Get out of here! There's a bunch of enemies here, you fool.
Witching hour.
What are you doing? 25 health, 43 health. Probably can try to kill this 25 health guy if I put him like really close. So Astarion gonna get advantage.
I've missed this.
That.
I speak, they burn.
Nothing else I can do. Of balance. Charm the bastard. Critical miss. So let's see, the Cheharia left, and there's this guy upstairs left. Get out of here. Or not. Damn it. We still can first tunnel here. It's a little bit of damage. Not really much. Okay, go kill this false Jaheira. Can I not like jump even yeah, you know, missing a range here on him. Can try to shoot. So Astarion and Gale.
Meet sorcery.
Gale have 3 charges, so you probably can just tier 1 spell him here. 31. And let's get closer.
Let's turn someone
So
inside
Astarion
out.
can shoot him. Critical.
I've got a long road ahead. What path lies before me?
So who's this little guy over here? Let's save first. I really don't know if we can find the gold. Because we let that Ventarium alright. Angry squeaking. You don't want to talk with me, even have an animal speaking.
Open up.
Stupid animal. I'll just loot him. Alchemy Poch? Are you saying he was potential companion? This does look like it was the case. Mm-hmm.